Welcome to Dead Man Talking. Before we kick off tonight's story, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everybody that's subscribed, liked and shared, also commented on the videos. It's been an amazing support in such a short amount of time. We actually are almost at our first 100 subscribers, so I can't say thank you enough, guys. I think we're at 98 when I last checked a minute ago, and I can't wait to see where we're at in a month's time. Let's get straight into tonight's story. It is entitled, Don't Hang Your Feet Off the Bed. You know that feeling you get when someone, or rather something, is watching. Your insides churn and the hair on the back of your neck stands up. Don't ignore that feeling. I sleep facing the wall, feet pulled up and a blanket tucked firmly around me. When I put my kids to bed, I always put the blanket under the bottom of the mattress so their feet don't hang out. Why? Well, let me tell you my tale. I was 7 years old. My childhood was not great. My father was an abusive drunk and my mum left me to fend for myself. Hell, she even tried to kick me out once when I was in kindergarten. It was a Friday night, so I was allowed to stay up a little later than usual, and my mum was working night shifts. My dad was getting ready to go to the bar as usual, so I was watching TV in the living room. It was 9:53. I remember the time exactly because it was 23 minutes after my bedtime, and I was afraid I was going to get in trouble. My dad came out of his room. He was wearing his, fancy clothes, and I knew, even at the young age, what he was going out to do. "I'm going out, don't call me," he called from the door, and closed it without anything else to say about it. I was a ball of emotions. I didn't know if I was more excited or more scared. I mean, I was home alone and I was 7. Plus, the town we lived in, well, let's just say it was not the safest place, especially for a young girl. I finished the show I was watching and decided I was tired. It was just a little past 11:30 by now. I locked the doors and went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth and my hair, and that's when I heard a loud bang, and I jumped. I was scared shitless. I turned off the sink and closed my eyes, counting to 20 to calm my nerves, and then ran to my room across the hall and closed my door. Maybe it was just the screen, not shut all the way, I rationalised. I took a deep breath and started to feel my eyes get heavy as I drifted off to sleep. I do not know how long I was asleep for, but I was woken up by that uneasy feeling I described. Every hair felt like it was on edge, and it honestly felt like I was going to throw up from the pit of my stomach. It was so bad. I looked around my room and decided it was safe and pulled my foot out of my blanket. This was a habit I had when I was hot, and so I started to doze when I felt a small tapping on my toe. I brushed it off with a twitch. I felt another tapping and a wet sensation come over my foot, which I thought was just me getting cold. Then, when I tried to move my foot, it wouldn't move. I pulled at it, but it wouldn't budge. I started to panic and jerk harder, but the wet sensation was moving up my leg and I felt myself being pulled under my bed. I screamed and screamed so loud, I bet my neighbours 3 blocks down heard me. I didn't want to look at what was grabbing me, but in my panic state I looked anyway. There were long, tentacle-like fingers slithering up further on my leg. It was a dark blue-grey hue. The skin was bumpy like frogs. The eyes, well, that's what terrifies me the most. They were yellow, bright yellow eyes with a red ring around the pupil. This caused me to panic so much, and I felt pain go up my leg, and I screamed louder. I heard pounding at my bedroom door by whoever it was that couldn't get the door open. I screamed for my mum and was crying so fiercely my vision was blurred. I was mostly under my bed when my mum bust through the door and the creature let me go. I don't know what would have happened if my mum hadn't come in when she did. I was taken to hospital. I developed a high fever and was admitted. I also received about 30 stitches from the gashes on my leg that the creature left. During my time in the hospital, I dozed off and on, and every time I closed my eyes, I saw the big yellow eyes with the red ring. To this day, if all the lights are off and I look out into the open, I can see its eyes waiting for me to slip up and just hang my foot off the bed. The scars remind me every day of what happened. Just keep in mind, don't hang your feet off the bed. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Quite a different type of cryptid there. Give me suggestions in the comments below as to what cryptid you might think it was. I'd be interested to hear those. Of course, please do like, comment and share. Remember guys, be safe, not sorry.